Hello everyone, I'm back with the tutorial for my most recently posted card trick, which I called Untitled because I actually can't think of a title for that trick, so maybe you could comment below a title which may seem suitable for my trick. Thanks. And if you haven't seen the performance for that trick, then I'm just going to pause the video now and just go watch it, because that's fine. Okay, so now the trick is very simple actually to do. You could use any deck of cards you have. You could use the deck you get in an aeroplane and perform it to some passengers maybe, just for some fun. And it doesn't require a lot of setup. It just requires very little setup. So it's very effective in that way as well. And the audience absolutely love it. Okay, in my case at least. Okay, so what the setup is actually to take the bottom card and turn it over. Right, so you've got all your face down cards, and your card is, and the bottom card is face up. And the rest of the deck doesn't need any specific order. That's all you have to do. Okay, now you're ready. If you want, you can start by doing some. You could start by doing some false cuts, but I didn't do that because I thought it would just raise the suspicion. Okay. Next, you can ask any member of the audience to pick any card they like. Okay. So you just spread through the cards like that, and for example, they pick the 7 of hearts. Now, what you can do with the 7 of hearts, what you should do, what you have to do is actually just put the 7 on top, so that it's on the top of the deck, and just turn it over, just like that. Next, you want to give the deck one cut, just like that. Okay? Let me show you again. You want to cut the deck once, so that the face-up card goes on top of their selection. I'll tell you why later. Okay, if you were to give the deck 2 cuts like that, and then put this on top, then the face-up card would go on top of some random card, and yeah, you don't want that to happen. So just cut the cards like that. Okay, next what you can do is, hopefully you cut it so that the face-up card is somewhere in the middle of the pack. And if you did, then you can just do whatever you want to make sure that the face-up card stays in the middle. What I do is actually peel off a small pack, cut a small pack from the top of the deck, about a quarter, and then take that into my left hand and then cut half of the deck. So that's 2 quarters, and then just put this on top. That keeps the face-up card in the middle. So you can do that how many ever times you want, and you could also ask the spectator to cut the cards, right? And then you could maybe cut how much they cut back off so that it's still in the middle. Alright? So it doesn't have to be in the middle, but that actually helps a lot. Okay. Next, what you want to do is actually, this is the most important part. This is the part which you may have to practice, but it's also very simple at the same time. Okay, so first you're going to hold the cards in a very loose grip, right? Just a loose middle grip, if you like. If you're right-handed, then with your right hand. If you're left-handed, then with your left hand. Okay? And what you want to do is actually hold the cards, just like this, and then when you can maybe snap your fingers, and then what you have to do now is actually just drop some cards, okay? That's the best explanation. That sounds very weird, I know, but just drop some cards. Okay, now I'll tell you why you have to have the face-up card on top of their selection, okay? Because you want the end product to be so that you drop a few cards and their card happens to be the next card, right? In my video, I actually cut the cards from the table. That's a bit harder, but once you practice, you might get it. So that's all you have to do. The reason why you want the face-up card to be on top of that is that the faces of the cards actually have less detail than the backs of the cards. So there's actually less ink on the face than on the back. So the front is actually a different surface than the back. So if you put a face-up card in the middle of a deck, then you'll easily be able to locate that because of the different roughness of the back and front. Right? So you see I'm getting it every time. So again, just hold the cards in a loose grip and just drop some cards until you come to, like, it's hard to describe, but just get some cards with you right now and just try to just hold the cards very loosely again, and just like this, right? So you can easily just take the cards out or just take some cards out, and then just drop some cards until you come to maybe something that feels different. See, if I dropped a third of the cards, then it would feel different than dropping until I reach the face-up card. So just like play with that and see what works best for you. And that's all. You just drop the cards just like that, and you should come to the face-up card. And then what you could do next is just turn over the card. Right now, again, in my video, I did a table cut, and that's actually much harder. Actually, a bit harder, but it's the same thing, the same concept. What I do is actually, I don't just cut the deck normally. What I do is actually, I just take the cards off a bit from the table. So I just like lift it up a bit, and then I drop the cards so that I come to the face-up card, right over there, and then I put this aside, and I make it look like it's a table cut, just a normal table cut, but it's actually not, because I lifted the cards and then I dropped them, right? And then there's their card. Okay. So again, hold the cards in a loose grip, right? Just drop how many ever you can until it comes to a rough or a different surface. So it should be easy to separate the cards, but considering that you're holding the cards with a very loose grip. Now you see this actually relates to my interesting card discovery, and what I did in that one is you have to take a sticky deck of cards, and if you drop the cards, then you should come to a natural break. But the thing is that you can't do that with a new deck of cards, so that was a problem. But you can do this with any deck of cards, a sticky deck or a new deck or anything. Right? Whoops. Oh yeah, and also, if the face-up card is somewhere near the bottom of the deck, like if I were to take that face-up card and put it near the bottom, then it would actually be much harder to find that natural break. Well, not natural break, but it'd be much harder to cut to that thing because there are just a few cards which you can cut. So that's all. Just play with it.